Man, this story right here, man. It says black officer receives praise for not leaving Rodney Hinton alone in the elevator with other officers. Okay, if y'all don't know who Rodney Hinton is, you've been living under a rock. But Rodney Hinton is the man whose son got gunned down by police, and then the next day he took a vehicle and struck down a police officer, unaliving him as well. And it's been just nothing but intimidation and intimidation and intimidation from the police when it comes to Rodney Hinton. Now, there is a video that I guess was on a police cam of Rodney Hinton getting on the elevator. And when he got on the elevator, it was like three police officers or whatever, white police officers, YT, if you will. And then a black police officer walked in, looked at all the officers, looked at Rodney Hinton, and was just tapping on his gun. And basically it was just saying, like, listen, you got some people in life who do some things that is egregious, that is horrible, that is bad or whatnot. But in the back of your mind, you're like, I understand. I don't like what you did. It was horrible what you did, but I kind of understand. And that's what we're kind of getting some of the vibe from some of the black police officers. There was a black woman in the original video with all the police officers standing in the courtroom, and she was behind him and helping him, lead him out of the courtroom or whatnot. And her face was completely different than all the other white police officers that were there, who obviously looked pretty upset, angry, trying to look intimidating and stuff like that. So this is a touchy subject, man. I can only imagine. I really would love to have conversations with police officers that are African American, black police officers who have to be there when they are hearing that their white counterparts are doing egregious things and are pretty much doing a hate crime to regular people, or not giving the same type of leeway to people of color like they do to white people. I've seen, man, I'm telling you, I've seen guys walk around with AR-15s and everything, and nothing happens to them. They are talked down. They are, communicated with in a different manner, and they're able to resolve the situation and it's de-escalated and whatever. But you might have a little kid, like, Tamir Rice or whatever like that, and it's just a different outcome, So for a black police officer, you got to have mixed emotions, and eventually you got to get fed up with it too, man. You got to get fed up with it too. And the messed up thing about this case is that there was whatever that cop did, whether you believe he did the right thing or the wrong thing, unaliving that boy, he is responsible for the reaction that the father gave, because the reaction is a domino effect. Because this boy got unalive, right or wrong, now this father did this to this random officer. And that falls back on you. Like they say, oh, it's blood in your hands. It is, man. Inadvertently or advertently, it's on your hands. Let me see what some of the people say in the comments. He said he ain't do but his job. Yeah, he stepped on that. That black cop stepped on the elevator. It's like a lot of people are saying, like, when that black cop stepped on the elevator, you hear all the stories about if you have somebody who's a cop killer and he go to jail, he go to prison. A lot of times people are like, all right, they're going to do something to that guy in the holding cell. They might do something to him in a hole. They might try to put him in with rival gangs. I mean, they're going to do whatever. So people are saying when this black officer stood in, it's just like, nah, y'all ain't doing that on my watch. Could it be we might have some solidarity with some of the black police as well, being on this man's side, even though what he did was wrong? I don't know, man. Somebody said, God, please continue to watch over this man. Dude murdered a man directing traffic at a graduation ceremony, wasn't even in the same department, and people still defend him. Y'all community is cooked. And I understand why some people may feel that way, but the way that these people are saying is, listen, when you have a gang member do something wrong, right? Say it's a blood, he in the neighborhood, and he shoots and robs and an innocent person gets hurt or whatever like that, or if it's a RICO, they're taking everybody down. It is not, this person didn't do anything, but you're affiliated. You got a tattoo with that. You're a known associate. We're taking you down as well. Y'all don't want to think about it like that when it comes to the police, and everybody looks at the police like a gang. All same colors, all same symbols, all same badges, all same communication. So when one of theirs do something and other people's mind is like, okay, I may not be able to get to that one, but I'm going to go ahead and get to that one, just like they do with gangs in the street. So you can say all that you want to, but that's how people looking at it, because the way that they look at people in the neighborhood, like they're all alike, and they're all, think about it right now. We got this thing called what? Black fatigue. Every black person isn't doing the ignorant nigga shit that you see running around the street, but y'all lump us all in together. They profile us all together. They stereotype all this together. So when you have a black man driving in a nice vehicle, suited and everything, they don't look at him as a professor or a scientist. They automatically profile him as, oh, this could have been drug money. He's doing this illegal, and they lump us all in together. So all that shit you talking about is stupid as hell. We ain't definitely not trying to hear that. Somebody else said that silence was loud as fuck. Glad he stepped on the elevator. 100%. 100%. They said they knew what it was too, just like he did. But by the way, Mr. Hinton not even caring at this point. He know his life is in God's hands, and only God knows his heart. He knew he wasn't going to get justice for his child being shot in the back by an officer of the law. So he did what any parent would have to make himself feel better about it. He even the score. They all the same if they white in the uniforms and eye for an eye. Yo, man, at this point, from what I'm thinking is that when Rodney Hinton did that, he was like, my life's over anyway. Without my son, there is no life. And you have some parents that are like that. They have nothing else to live for once their children are gone. And if you can't understand that, dude, you can see that in ducks. You can see that in deer. You can see that in lions. You can see that in bears. Let you step up to a cub and you're just being nice. Mama bear will crash out. They ain't there running over the cub to destroy you, because in nature, all parents are protective of their children, and when they feel like, when that child is gone, some people can't take it. Some people can't bear it. But listen, man, you tell me what y'all think in the comments, whether you agree, whether you disagree. It's all good. I really don't care. I'm just here for the comments, man. I'll talk to y'all a little later.